I know you've heard of The Wizard of Oz, but do you know the terrors that occurred on the set of The Wizard of Oz? The filming, for the 1939 release, was a nightmare for much of the cast. There were very few regulations for working environments at the time. However, the injuries and illness that plagued The Wizard of Oz was far beyond that of normal, even for the time. Filming under the lights required for Technicolor filming and with extremely heavy costumes and makeup, it wasn't uncommon for cast and crew to pass out or nearly from the heat and exhaustion. The original Tin Man had to be replaced due to hospitalization from poisoning by his aluminum powdered makeup. The replacement Tin Man fared much better, only suffering with continuous eye infections after they switched to aluminum cream makeup. The Scarecrow left the set with permanent scars from having his mask glued on for hours at a time, not wanting to leave the Cowardly Lion out his costume, made of actual lion hide. Was so hot and heavy, he spent much of his time filming in extreme dehydration. The Wicked Witch's souvenir was burn marks all over her face from her copper makeup, catching on fire during a malfunction of pyrotechnics. She also had to maintain a liquid diet during filming due to the high toxicity of the makeup. Many of the actors playing the flying monkeys were injured when the cable suspending them would snap. There were many other injuries and accidents during the 6 months of filming. The worst of the treatment was saved for Dorothy herself. Judy Garland was 16 years old during the filming of The Wizard of Oz. Garland was forced to take speed during the day and barbiturates at night in order to maintain the long filming hours in her thin frame. Unfortunately, this was an all too common tactic used on child actors, particularly female child actors. Her breasts were taped down and she was forced to wear a corset in order to maintain her childlike figure. Apparently, having a hard time gaining her composure during her first scene with the Cowardly Lion, the director pulled Garland aside to chastise her and slapped her across the face. It has been reported that Garland was also repeatedly assaulted by the actors playing the citizens of Munchkinland. She was a child left unprotected. There have been urban legends surrounding the filming over the years, many of which including the accidental and self-inflicted deaths of cast and crew. With everything else that happened, maybe denying this narrative is just an effort to keep the worst of the stories at bay. What we're left with is a childhood classic for many and many more to come, but I can't help but feel a little uncomfortable every time I see a clip or hear someone say it's their favorite.